What is the problem here? There is a lack of the knowledge of God. Many of you possibly think, oh, talking about the attributes of God and theology, it's all high ivory tower stuff that has no practical application. Listen to yourself speak.
You see, you've got to get an appetite. You know, the nitty-gritty of the whole thing is this: we don't know God. We don't know God. We know theology, we know about Him.
Do you know why all your Christian bookstores are filled up with self-help books and 5 ways to do that and 6 ways to be godly and 10 ways not to fall? Because people don't know God. And so they have to be given all sorts of trivial little devices of the flesh to keep them walking as sheep ought to walk.
Why did Jesus come into the world? To save sinners. That's not what Jesus said. What did Jesus say? I'm come that they may know Thee. Every man that comes in my office, and I get them worldwide, I don't know why, but they come. And I say, first tell me, do you know God? Well, I have a degree. I didn't ask you about that. Do you know God? When was your last encounter with God? When were you last prostrate in His presence? When did you last sit spellbound at His majesty? You don't know God.
Why the rampant sinning, even among God's people? A lack of the knowledge of God. Of God. Now, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you attended a conference on the attributes of God? When was the last time as a pastor you taught for a solid year on who God is? How much of all the teaching that goes on in America every week has anything to do with who God is? And then we wonder, isn't it so easy to go with the flow, to just follow everybody else? And then one day you hear something like this and all of a sudden you go, I can't even remember when anybody taught on the attributes of God. No wonder we are a people as we are.
Because we don't know God, we don't know how to worship. We don't know how to enter into His presence. We're content to know a few theological shibboleths that other people have taught us.
To know Him. That's what everything's about. That's eternal life. And eternal life doesn't begin when you pass through the gates of glory. Eternal life begins with conversion. Eternal life is to know Him. Do you honestly think you're going to be thrilled about swinging on gates of pearl and walking down streets of gold for an eternity? The reason why you lose your mind in eternity is because of this. There is one there who is infinite in glory, and you will spend an eternity of eternities tracking Him down, and you will never get your arms even around the foothill of His mountain. Start now.